What's up, everybody? My name is Sidney Baker Green. I'm an international wedding photojournalist and all-around cinematographer based here in the great state of Michigan, and I've created this YouTube channel to give you guys the resources I wish I had when I started my business, give you guys some tips and tricks along the way, and lastly, to inspire you with my content and help you guys create the business of your dreams. And today, we are talking about Instagram. I'm gonna give you guys the single most important thing that you guys can do to increase your influence, grow your brand, and start booking your dream client. And then also 5 things you need to avoid in 2019, as these things are either just annoying or will get your account banned. But first, let's roll my intro and then we'll get right into the video.
They said I won't be nothing, now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had it dedicated.
So here's the deal. At the end of 2018, I took a solid month off of Instagram. I had a complete hate relationship. So I took a break from the app and created an action plan, but in that time I talked to a few of my creative friends and a few of my photographer friends and branding friends, and they all said the same consensus, that Instagram was really making them feel unproductive and they really didn't like the app, all but one person. Now, while there's a lot of pros to social media and media in general, I did some research and it says we on average spend 11 hours interacting with media in our lives. That means that if you're like 80 years old, you have spent 40 years of your life interacting with media, give or take a few years when you were a kid and you didn't use social media. So we're using and interacting with media for half of our lives. So here's what you need to do, not only to keep your life in balance and feel great, but also to be effective. You want to work smarter, not harder. What you need to do is you need to create an action plan for your social media. Maybe you need to take some time off and refresh, but here's what I did. I unfollowed any account that gave me a negative feeling, and if they were my friends, I just muted them. As a photographer, I've oftentimes said it's great to not follow other photographers, at least in your niche, or people that are in your area that you're competing against, because it's always going to kind of stifle your work. And I found this to be true over time, that when you do this and you get rid of them, you start looking at your work a whole lot more in a positive light. And the second most important thing I want you guys to do is consume less and create more. So I'm talking, even if you guys don't have shoots lined up, you don't have weddings or portrait shoots or content shoots that you're doing, I want you to make content shoots. I want you to be creating inspiration, constantly trying to bring in that client that you want. And it's really weird because oftentimes big businesses have these big departments that will do these things for you. They will set up all these shoots and continually create content and create sales and create pitches to try to get you guys to buy their product. Well, unfortunately, a lot of us only really have time to shoot. But if we ever have downtime, what we need to do is we need to be setting up those shoots. If you're a wedding photographer, you're styling a wedding shoot and creating with other creators. If you're a content creator, you maybe are going out and renting a camera to take pictures of it for your Instagram or to create a review for it or something like that. Or you're going out and buying products that your audience will like and doing reviews for them. Whatever your niche is, whatever type of content you're creating, especially for your social media, you need to be making shoots to do exactly just that, and stop worrying about and consuming content trying to get inspired. Stop trying to get inspired and go out and do. So we have get rid of the negativity by either unfollowing or muting people who bring you down or make you compare yourself to their work, consuming less content, and going out and creating more shoots. What's my third thing? Third thing is networking. Social media for us business people, see, we're getting it confused oftentimes. We're looking at other people's content trying to get inspired, and when we're standing still and on our phones, we're wasting time that we could use to be productive. Social media for us content creators isn't to consume, it's to network. So what do I want you guys to do? Well, I want you guys to go out and find people in your industry that you can get to know real life. And you need to figure out a way that you can benefit them. Don't just go out there looking for ways that you can get something from them. I want you to reach out to them and, get to know them, find out where you can help them in their lives, and naturally they will want to reciprocate that same feeling. And we have these geolocation tags like Grand Rapids wedding photographer, Grand Rapids photographer, Los Angeles photographer, stuff like that. Find people whose work inspires you, somebody you can grow with and get to know, because being a creative can be a lonely world, and that is a big problem I saw in 2018. We're consuming content, but we're not out there networking. It just can't work that way. And last but not least is number 4, and that is branding. And I feel like a lot of the reason why people aren't seeing the results they want to see on social media is because they are simply lacking good branding. They're either not taking the app seriously, or they're kind of just throwing a message out into the void, or posting a quote or something that they think is gonna get them a whole bunch of likes, and not really thinking about who it is they want to attract. And so what I have done is I have created an ideal client profile that helps you figure out exactly who you're talking to and who you want to market to. And actually, I have a guide for you guys, which is completely free. I'm gonna pop a link up there in the card. You guys can go get this guide so I don't have to ramble on about it. But you're gonna create a whole person with an identity, and at the end, you're going to give them a continuation story on how working with you made their lives so much better. It's explained all in this guide, but figure out exactly who it is you're talking to, and then take some time on social media. Use an app like Latergram to schedule your social media posts, and take a day just to write out what you want to say with each post, because being prepared and ahead of schedule is going to make your life a lot better in 2019. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the things you absolutely don't need to do in 2019. Things that can get you in trouble, things that are annoying, things that are just unethical, and things that can get you banned on Instagram. The first one is actually just annoying, and it's follow, unfollow. I really want to see that stop in 2019, because the goal is to have people follow you because they want to follow you, not because you're hoping you follow them, they follow you back, and then they forget that you followed them, they followed you, and that they won't know that you unfollowed them. That's not how this works. That's artificial. It's just numbers, and numbers aren't going to help you if your tribe isn't actually engaged or even cares about you. So let's go ahead and stop follow, unfollow, and work on building actual friendships and, letting our vibe attract our tribe. It's that simple. What's another thing we can leave in 2018? Now, this one can get you banned, and this one is bots. And I've been getting a lot of Russian bots lately, like trying to get me to click on some link or something like that. And I've actually found 90% of the time, like a day later or two, their account is gone. And I've noticed a lot of people, these spammy comments, Instagram recently released that if you are using a bot to create comments or like, that will get your account penalized in 2019. It is now against their policy to use bots, which, thank the Lord, because I'm tired of fake comments. It's not that hard to take an hour out of your day to simply like some posts or go through your geo tags or tags that you really like and connect with people and actually leave a meaningful comment on their picture, because that's what you want, right? The third thing, which is auto-generated likes. And I used to do this back in the day, and when I was in high school, I used to get these things where you like a whole bunch of photos and then you can cash in and get likes back. You don't want to do that. Everybody knows that if you only have like 500, 600, 700 followers and your photo comes out with 10,000 likes, something's not right. So what you really want to do, again, is focus on that creating good content like we talked about, letting your vibe attract your tribe, networking and getting to know people, getting your name out there in the industry, and then you'll start to get that organic engagement that you really want. And think of it this way. Think of it like back in the day. In order for photographers to get noticed, you used to have to go out and actually be shooting and people would notice you. It happened to me in Hawaii. People saw me taking photos on the beach. I booked 2 sessions. People saw me taking photos in downtown Grand Rapids when I used to do senior portraits, and people wanted my business card. So in order to get your name out in social media and to be out there working, you have to be out there engaging. Number 4, another thing we need to leave in 2018 is not really being transparent on Instagram. And what's happened in the social media world is that everybody is kind of living up to this imaginary idea of perfect. We want our Instagram feeds perfect, everything curated, and those are the things I don't mind. I don't mind if your Instagram feed is perfect and you want this nice looking aesthetic. But let's add some honesty into our posts. Let's talk about what our lives really are like as creatives. I'm pretty sure Peter McKinnon and Maddie, who have these beautiful Instagrams out there, Sam Kohler, who have these huge followings, they really don't talk about the imperfections in life. And I'm not saying that you have to bring people down. I'm saying that there's a way you can be real with people and inspire them with that. Best believe their life isn't perfect 24/7. And they travel all the time, but I travel too, and it is not always that fun. It's fun once you're there, but that 8-hour flight to Hawaii, and if it wasn't for beers and first class, if it wasn't for beers and first class, it would have been a whole different story. So you really want to be open and honest about what it's like. That way when you're inspiring people, they're not living up to this false imaginary world and feeling bad about themselves because their life is real and yours is perfect. And lastly, number 5, not really knowing why you are on social media. If you feel lost in the social media game, then chances are you don't know what exactly social media is going to do for your business or what its purpose is in your business. And it's going to be different for all of us. For some of us, it's to promote our YouTube videos. For some of us, it's to promote our work, to book clients, so on and so forth. And you can get really lost in this world of all the voids and everybody shouting. Everybody is yelling. And there's a reason why there are people who are standing out doing good and a reason why people are just kind of yelling. They either know what they're doing or they don't know. So take the time to do your research, your education, and again, consume less content. Try to be friends with people, grow your connections, spend less time on the app in general, more time being present, and more time producing great work. And once you have that great work, when it comes time to share, if you have that action plan on who you're talking to and they know why they need you, why they need to book you, or why they need to partner with you so that you can spread awareness about their product and you get all these cool things for free because you're exchanging services. Once you know what exactly it is you're doing, who you're talking to, and why they need you, it is so much easier to use this little app. I really just want to stress the point, consume less content, always keep it real, be more transparent, and just be the person you want to be on the app, and take your brand a lot more seriously in 2019. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share it with a friend who you think needs to hear it, and then go ahead and check out my social media links in the description down below. Give me a follow. I love you guys for that. And the moral of the story is I also have a lot of resources down there. Go ahead and get you that social media marketing guide so that you can really figure out how you can leverage your business in 2019. You know I love you folks, and remember, every day airplanes take off against the wind. Keep climbing, stay inspired, and always stay fabulous. My name is Sidney. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace out!